Well, it's time again, folks. As the challenge series nears its end. However, it won't be going away officially for a while. We'll be having a bit of a downturn because the Slipstream racing series is soon to begin here on NASCAR Heat 5. Anyone's really in the kind of inner circle of my friends knows of a series that me and my friend Tyler did, referred to as the Americas Tour, which used this game and followed a similar premise to Time Loop, where each car is associated with a different character, that character obviously not being the actual driver of the car. And that series no longer exists. Tyler has not had the time or ability to do those recently, and a lot of copyright claims were starting to weigh down his channel. So he and I decided it'd be best if I took over full-time on the whole NASCAR Heat series thing. And thus the Slipstream Racing series was conceived. And we'll begin by demonstrating or showing off each vehicle in alphabetical order. That's how this menu lists them. A very brief detail of each driver, and then a kind of relationship establishments. There's plenty of things to get into later on. We'll have plenty of time here. First, replacing Eric Almirola. I might as well drop the real name so that when it pops up above the AI's head, you can tell who it is just remembering the name of the actual driver. In the 10 car, Reimu Hakure from Toho Project. In the 95, they're taking Christopher Bell's number 95 Toyota, is Gina Torini from the Challenge series, making her way over to NASCAR. Cars have alternate paint schemes as well. There's a few on the 10. Driving the 7, replacing Josh Bilicki, is Sayori from Doki Doki Literature Club. Replacing Ryan Blaney, as there's a ton of paint schemes here. In the number 12 car, Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, there's no green paint schemes. Replacing Alex Bowman's 88 car, Kogasa Tatara, also from Toho Project. In the 14, replacing Clint Boyer, is Blossom from the Powerpuff Girls. Replacing Chris Buescher's number 17 is Ferb Fletcher from Phineas and Ferb. Replacing Kurt Busch in the number 1 car, Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm reading this off like it's a draft list or something. The Miami Dolphins are now on the clock, or something like that. In the 18 car, replacing Kyle Busch, will be Tyler, the first of the actual, real people that exist in the series. This man has a lot of paint schemes. Replacing William Byron in the 24 car is Moku Fujiwara, also from Toho Project. Replacing Bobby Carter, which is a self-insert driver technically, in the number 73 Toyota is Banji Castillo from the Hot Wheels World Race movie from 2003. They did also have a video game. Replacing Ross Chastain's 77 car is Yomu Kanpaku. Kanpaku? I don't actually know how to say that. From Toho Project. Replacing Cole Custer's number 41 car As you can see in the little corner above the actual driver's image, there's the team image. So this is Stuart Haas Racing. This is on a team with the 10 and the 14. This car is on a team with the 88. It's not necessarily as obvious as it is in, say, Formula 1. But anyway, the 41 car is Isabella Garcia Shapiro from Phineas and Ferb. Replacing Matt DiBenedetto in the number 21 Ford is Jake Scarborough, another friend of mine that took a vague interest in the America's Tour when it was still around. Replacing Austin Dillon in the number 3 car. And yes, this is the same team from Dale Sr., same Richard Childress Racing, same number. But now it is Taro Kitano, also from Hot Wheels World Race. Austin's brother Ty Dillon drives the number 13, which is replaced by Chirno from Toho Project. Its paint scheme's literally no different. I don't even know why I bothered. Replacing Chase Elliott in the number 9 Chevrolet, same team as the 88 and the 24, is Alice Murgatroyd. Ooh, this is a lot of paint schemes on this one too. Replacing Chad Fincham in the 49 is Sakuya Zayoi, also from Toho Project. Replacing Joey Gase in number 51 Chevy is Tenshi Hinanawi from Toho Project. I forgot this car also was on the main schemes. Replacing Brendan Gaughan in the number 62 is Futo Mononobe. I think I'm pronouncing that right. They're all Japanese last names. That one's also from Toho Project. These Japanese last names are a guessing game to me, for the most part. In the number 16, normally driven by Justin Haley, is now Madison Palmer, who is a scrapped Challenge Series character. He may return later, but I couldn't tell you for sure. Piloting Denny Hamlin's number 11 Toyota with I swear they're different paint schemes, honest, is Kurt Wilde from the Hot Wheels World Race film. Driving the number 4 Ford of Kevin Harvick is Thrasher, or Thrasher the Black Stallion. That's the YouTube channel name. And that is another friend of mine, obviously, otherwise they wouldn't be here. And this man has so many paint schemes. Mind you, half of them are the same, but because he's sponsored by Busch Beer, some of them are have to be age verified. Luckily I'm 18, so it doesn't matter. Replacing Timmy Hill in the number 66 is Ryan Stevens, another scrapped Challenge Series character. Also would be alternately known as Ryan Storm from the Time Loop series and Universe Zero series. They're the same person. Replacing Quinn Houff in the 00 is Riley Blanchard, which is a not scrapped Challenge Series character. Replacing Jimmy Johnson's number 48 Chevy on the same team as the 9, 24, and 88 is Suako Moria, also from Toho Project. So Hendrick, as this team is called, is literally a team comprised entirely of characters from Toho Project. And speaking of the devil, in the also the paint scheme's coming. No, in the number 20 Toyota, replacing Eric Jones, is Marissa Kurasame, the deuteragonist of Toho Project. Taking Matt Kenseth's number 42, on the same team as Monica, we have Nitori Kawashiro, And anybody who's known me for a greater period of time, of 70 seconds, would probably know exactly who that character is. Driving Brad Keselowski's number 2 Ford is Natsuki, the last of the present Doki Doki Literature Club characters. So that group is the 1, 2, and 7 cars. Replacing Corey LaJoie's number 32 Ford is Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz, the last of the Phineas and Ferb characters. So the Phineas and Ferb. No, wait, I haven't gotten to the last one yet. Actually, I'm stupid. Replacing Joy Logano in the number 22 is Taylor, another friend of mine. The one girl that I can think of that I'm not related to that actually dares to talk to me. Driving the number 34 Ford in place of Michael McDowell is Brian Kadeem from Hot Wheels World Race. Replacing BJ McLeod in the number 78, Mojo Jojo, the main villain of the Powerpuff Girls. Replacing John Hunter Nemechek. They just couldn't fit all of that there. In the number 38 is Ramelia Scarlet from Toho Project. Replacing Ryan Newman's 6 car is Phineas Flynn from Phineas and Ferb. That is the last of the Phineas and Ferb characters, and he's also on a team with the 17, driven by his stepbrother Ferb. Yes, that was intentional. And so yeah, the Phineas and Ferb group is made up of the numbers 6, 17, 41, and 32. Driving the number 37 of Ryan Preece is Mark Wilde, brother of Kurt Wilde from the Hot Wheels World Race films. Huh. Well, that's weird. Anyway, team logo is wrong on this vehicle. It says RWR, but that's not what it is. RWR is the 51. Anyway, driving the 36 for David Reagan is Keenan, another friend of mine who participated in Time Loop once upon a time, as did Tyler and Thrasher. Replacing Tyler Reddick in the number 8 car is Bubbles, being the last of the Powerpuff Girls. So they are the 8, 12, and 14. Those are pretty close together. This should be pretty easy to remember, I suppose. Taking Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s number 47 Chevrolet is Vert Wheeler, the main character of Hot Wheels World Race. As once again we have another example of paint schemes that I swear are different, but they are not easy to tell. Taking Daniel Suarez's number 96 Toyota is Flandra Scarlet, little sister of Ramelia, who is in the 38. Driving the number 19, originally driven by Martin Truex Jr. A lot of juniors back here. Stenhouse Jr., Truex Jr. There's no Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the Cup Series in this game. He is in the lower series in Xfinity, but we don't use that one. Anyway, the 19 is my dad, Steve Lummel. Now we technically round off the real characters. And then process elimination. This one being last on the list was not intentional. Or at least not what I'd crossed my mind when I did it this way. But the 43 car, normally driven by Darrell Wallace Jr., is me. And I'll probably be using this paint scheme the most. Let's be real here. But yeah, with that, we can now go and look at the championship. Why is it over here? Anyway. You've already selected the 43 car, and then we have our custom schedule. And, well, this doesn't mean so much if you aren't aware of what the tracks are. But the real NASCAR schedule starts with the Daytona 500. We do things differently here. We're starting with Talladega. And then we head to Atlanta, Dover, Delaware, Michigan, Iowa, Texas, Phoenix, Auto Club, or Fontana, California, Las Vegas, Indianapolis, Kansas, Daytona, for the actual 500 is the halfway point of the season, Homestead, Miami, Richmond, Virginia, Charlotte, Watkins Glen, I think it's a singular, no, one of two road courses, and it is in New York, Chicagoland, Road America in Wisconsin, Bristol, Tennessee, Tyler's favorite track, as he will be quick to inform you of, and then returns back to Atlanta, back to Talladega, which is not bound, by the way. Wait, why did I even say that? It says right there on the forehead. We're back to Michigan, back to Iowa, and then one last race in Fontana to end off the season in a 24 race schedule. Yeah, so that's the base, that's the foundations for Slipstream Racing Series. And the next episode will be time for actual racing.